90-day fiancé Shekinah Garner gets another cosmetic surgery. Shekinah Garner is known for her time on 90-day fiancé. She is with Sarper Güven. However, fans are shocked to hear that she got yet another cosmetic procedure done. Fans are starting to worry that she will do too much and mess up her face completely. Keep reading to find out more about this. Shekinah Garner and Sarper Güven win fans over. Shekinah Garner and Sarper Güven have not always been the most favorite couple. However, they were on the recent season of 90-Day Fiancé, the other way. While they were on the show, fans fell in love with them. Sarper used to give off bad energy. However, after the recent season, fans' minds have changed. Sarper ended up growing on everyone and now he has a good support system. Shekinah and Sarper showed a lot of trust in each other. Shekinah got a nose job and let Sarper pick it out. Fans were concerned since this was not her first time getting a nose job. However, she has now gotten another cosmetic surgery. She gets another cosmetic surgery done. It has been revealed that Shekinah has gotten another surgery done. She even went back to Turkey to get it. Shekinah got a procedure that gave her a mid-facelift, endoscopic brow lift, and a lower blepharoplasty, a surgical procedure that involves removing excess skin, fat, and/or muscle from the eyelids. She even mentioned how much she is loving it without it even being healed yet. I had to come to Turkey to see you, Dr. Firet, and I'm so glad I did. Already I can see a massive change in my eye and cheek area, even lower face and neck too actually. This is an incredible result already, and I'm not even finished healing. I'm in awe at your skill at scarless facelifts, as the two I had previously in Beverly Hills left massive scars. I can't even find your entry points. It's truly astounding. Thank you, Dr. I'm forever humbled and honored to have been touched by your skilled hands. It seems as though Shekinah just keeps getting procedures done. Fans are starting to think she is getting too much done. Some fans thought this before. However, this last procedure tops the cake. Sarper must approve because viewers know that Shekinah would not do something like this without approval from her beau. Regardless, fans are keeping up to date with Shekinah and Sarper. What do you think about her getting another cosmetic surgery? Do you think it is too much? Sound off in the comments below. 90-Day Fiancé Sarper Güven ditches Shekinah in the US? 90-Day Fiancé star Sarper Güven has been trying to regain Shekinah Garner's trust so far. Their relationship has been strained due to Sarper's past of sleeping with over 2,500 women. The previous episode filled a lot of holes between the struggling couple. But it seems Sarper has more questions to answer after he was spotted in Los Angeles without Shekinah. Keep reading to see what happened. 90-Day Fiancé, Sarper Güven lets go of past. The latest episode of The Other Way featured a new beginning for Sarper and Shekinah. The two went to a junkyard to smash wine bottles Sarper drank with his past women. According to the 90-Day Fiancé star, he felt great letting go of the history he's not proud of. Shekinah is also happy about her man's decision and even shares laughs with him after she ends up failing to shatter any of the bottles. However, she was determined to at least break one of them before they left. But all their happy moments quickly turned south after Shekinah discovered another lie from Sarper. After moving back with him, Sarper ditches Shekinah in the US? A Reddit user recently claimed that they saw Sarper Güven in Los Angeles. According to the poster, the 90-Day Fiancé star appears to be filming without Shekinah Garner, which sparks concerns. The Redditor said they couldn't take a photo or film it because they didn't want to disturb the film crew, adding that Sarper was filming in an unpopular place in Los Angeles. Moments later, the poster returned to the comments section to share that they saw Sarper filming again in the evening. He was animatedly talking with his hands and the filming took an entire day. Sarper's new project remains a mystery, but it sparked speculation it's about the aftermath of their struggles during TOW.SO. They haven't broken up? Too bad. He's a jerk. So I need to know, was he good-looking IRL or have some kind of sexy energy about him? I need to know how this man was pulling 2K women. They as a couple come off as more a life-size plastic action figure pair than real people. I need to see this man in the wild. He has to have a Equinox membership, or would he do Gold's Gym? 90-Day Fiancé, fans want Sarper Güven and Shekinah Garner done. Some 90-Day Fiancé on a different Reddit thread thinks Sarper Güven and Shekinah Garner have been a dysfunctional couple from the beginning. According to the poster, they're furious about how Sarper gets upset when his partner begins to speak for herself. He initially looked frustrated when Shekinah asked him to burn his diary containing his sexual experiences. Furthermore, many were also shocked when Shekinah previously claimed that Sarper pulled her hair during one of their arguments. 90 Day Fiancé Shekinah Garner called out for being misogynist. 90 Day Fiancé star Shekinah Garner is raising some eyebrows following the latest episode of The Other Way. The 42-year-old has been trying to strengthen her marriage to Sarper Güven. She's had some issues with his past and even came to a point where she met with one of his girlfriends just to clear her mind. However, some Redditors aren't happy about some of Shekinah's comments throughout the season. Keep reading to see why many are upset. 90 Day Fiancé, how are Shekinah Garner and Sarper Güven? Shekinah and Sarper are still going strong today. They've shared some clips and photos with each other over the past few months. The latest episode of The Other Way featured a hilarious scene between the two. Sarper confessed to Shekinah that he was a C**ck back then, catching her off guard. He later said that he had become a peacock because he used his feathers to make her fall in love. The serious conversation turned into a funny scene as both 90 Day Fiancé stars broke characters. Some fans are also positive that the two will make it to the end due to their strong connection, especially when it comes to their love for cosmetic procedures. Shekinah called out for being misogynist despite all the positive comments about their relationship. Some fans can't help but call out Shekinah for the comments she made throughout the show. According to the poster, they were puzzled about how the 90 Day Fiancé star refers to women as females. Others agreed and mentioned that was a form of misogyny. Some also said that other cast members do the same, such as Angela Deem and Lisa Ham. Shekinah is full of internalized misogyny that was pretty well established at the last tell-all. That's what misogynists refer to women as. Baby girl Visa and Mima do the same thing. It's a misogyny thing. I've encountered this IRL with people I could only describe as musty. It's definitely meant to be dehumanizing, and I'm sure Shekinah refers to herself only as a woman, never just a female. 90 Day Fiancé, Sarper Güven proves loyalty while Shekinah continues to face backlash. Sarper has been trying to win the hearts of many over the past few days. Recently, the 90 Day Fiancé star uploaded a clip of himself proving his loyalty. According to him, he uses a wall and nothing else to scratch and wax his back while Shekinah is away. When you have no one to scratch and wax your back. Loyal to Shekinah.Garner, he captioned. He even shared the corners of his house with stains from his constant back scratching. Are Sarper and Shekinah still together from 90 Day Fiancé? Latest update. Yes, Sarper and Shekinah are still together in. Get the latest on their comedy shows, Utah Trip, and how they survived after the tell-all drama. Are Sarper and Shekinah still together from 90 Day Fiancé? Sarper and Shekinah are still together, which, honestly, after that disaster of a tell-all, I didn't see coming. 3 days ago, Shekinah posted about their comedy shows in San Diego. Wait, they do comedy now? Talking about a 55-minute set with screaming hits and 2 sold-out shows. These two went from Sarper literally saying he hated being married to doing stand-up together? Make it make sense. The Utah Trip photos she posted were cute, though, not gonna lie. She's all love exploring the US with you, and he's complaining about not being a nature guy after fishing. LOL. Classic Sarper. But here's what gets me. Remember when they had that weird betting ceremony thing instead of a real wedding? And then a month later, everything fell apart? The tell-all was brutal. Shekinah straight up said only therapy could fix them, and I was like, yep, this is over. But no? They're out here doing comedy tours and road trips like nothing happened. I mean, good for them, I guess, but also, how? Sarper left his whole family in Turkey for this, and they couldn't even have one conversation without screaming at each other on TV. Now, suddenly, they're the Utah adventure couple goals? The whiplash. Not saying they won't work out, stranger things have happened on 90 Day, but performing together is actually kinda smart? Like, if you can survive bombing on stage together, maybe you can survive marriage. Still think Sarper is controlling, and Shekinah lives in Shekinahland half the time, but whatever works. At least they're not posting cryptic quotes about betrayal like half the other couples from this season. Looking at you, every other person from the franchise. Tags. Are Sarper and Shekinah still together from 90 Day Fiancé? Sarper and Shekinah relationship update. 90 Day Fiancé. Sarper and Shekinah current status after the show's 90th wedding. Real couples from 90 Day Fiancé. Explain why love for the franchise endures. 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way cast members Shekinah Garner and Sarper Güven got married in bed. The pair seemed to thrill and enrage their audience in equal measure. Some viewers offered up congratulations to the newlyweds in comments on social media, while others viewed the nuptials as a stunt meant to garner the pair more airtime. Welcome to the world of the 90-day franchise. Shows people love to watch and live to hate. Watch. Garner and Güven's wedding was the 90th of the franchise, which has multiple shows and millions of fans. The original show, 90 Day Fiancé, premiered on TLC in January, featuring stories about Americans who fall in love with people from other countries. The 90-day refers to the amount of time an individual with a K-1 fiancé visa has to marry their U.S. sponsor and start the process to become an American citizen. The franchise has grown to have multiple spin-off series, including 90 Day Fiancé, Before the 90 Days, 90 Day, The Single Life, 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise, and The Last Resort. Like CNN, TLC is part of Warner Brothers. Discovery. Loren and Alexei Brovarnik joined the show after meeting and falling in love in Israel, where she had traveled as part of a birthright trip in. Viewers have followed their lives over the past 10 years as they settled in Florida and welcomed 3 children. It hasn't always been easy, something Loren learned after she underwent a surgical mommy makeover, which caused some tension with her husband and divided viewers. You're always being judged, Loren Brovarnik told CNN. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, and you can't do it right no matter what. Public scrutiny hasn't dissuaded the couple from participating in several spin-offs, including 90 Day Fiancé, Pillow Talk, and Loren and Alexei, After the 90 Days. They will next be seen in a new season of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? It's a brilliant concept and every story is different, Brovarnik said of the entire franchise. Alon Orstian, senior vice president for production and development for TLC, credits the appeal of 90 Day shows to their mix of romance and drama. It's boy meets boy, girl meets girl, he said. People love to see the romantic journeys. People love the roller coaster relationships, and 90 Day Fiancé gives it this twist of this international component. He insists that the show is not scripted, as some on social media have suggested. Orstian said they aim to cast individuals who are open, being honest, giving full access, being ready to wear your heart on your sleeve, being ready to dig deep and to be ready, willing, and able to sort of have your most intimate experiences be out there. That's not so easy. Not everyone can do that, and it's something that we have to be mindful of in the casting process. And sometimes even during productions people become more guarded, Orstian said. It's hard to do these stories and to make a show like this if people aren't ready to sort of open up and give full access. That's really what makes the best cast members, people who are just ready to go there. Kenny Niedermeyer and Armando Rubio became famous for their appearance on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, when Niedermeyer moved to Mexico, married Rubio, and become co-parent to Rubio's daughter, Hannah, 12. The couple even had a spin-off entitled Kenny and Armando, Love is Love. The two men said they didn't quite know what to expect when they joined the franchise, but it's been a great experience. I think our favorite part is that we were able to tell our story, and I think it helped a lot of people that are in our situation that might feel kind of left out or they feel like a lot of people don't support them. Niedermeyer said. He added that occasional negativity they received for sharing their lives was something that made them closer. We felt so much support along the way, Niedermeyer said. We weren't sure what to expect when we signed on to do 90 Day Fiancé, but we were pleasantly surprised and I think it really made a difference in our lives. The new season of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Premieres Sunday, July 6 at 8 p.m. There's a major location 90 Day Fiancé hasn't visited yet, and I'll be so thrilled if they do. 90 Day Fiancé airs a lot of spin-offs in addition to the flagship show every year on TLC, so it feels like the franchise is always looking for ways to keep things fresh. In more recent seasons, we've seen the first gay couple, a greater spotlight on trans relationships, and season 11 features the first throuple, with more drama than you can shake a stick at. It's rarer we get a new location, and I have the perfect option. We've seen married 90-day couples split all across the globe, though there's one location where I'm positive we haven't seen any proposals, trips abroad, or dates. I want to see the franchise really lean into the adventure aspect of Americans traveling abroad, and do a season where someone dates a person who is actively working in Antarctica. Let's do a storyline for The Other Way in Antarctica. 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way is one of the most entertaining spin-offs in the long-running 90 Day franchise, but the formula needs a shake-up. Far too often, the gist of the story is either an American who did next to zero research on the country and culture before moving, or one of the partners hid a major secret about their life until the other one was in the country. Now, imagine a place where none of that is necessary because the entire drama is based around a location. First off, let's talk about the intrigue of staying in a place like Antarctica. I'm sure many of us have wondered what it would be like to visit the frozen tundra in our lifetime, but so few of us will actually ever pull the trigger on booking that trip. I'll admit, I'd love to see it if I had the opportunity, but if I'm paying my own way, I'm knocking a few other locations off my list before considering it. 90-Day Fiancé could give us a glimpse into what a visit to Antarctica looks like and what it would be like to be in a relationship with someone who is living there. It certainly wouldn't be the most conventional storyline in the franchise, but it would be super interesting and a decent way to cut up all the drama happening with other cast members. Yes, this is something that could be done while there's no such thing as a permanent resident of Antarctica. The cold continent is frequently occupied throughout the year by a number of people who are conducting science experiments and have other business there. Since no one nation owns the land, it's impossible to just natively live there, but it is possible to visit and specifically show up to meet someone you may be dating with a little work. The major challenge would be coordinating the trip abroad, because expeditions to Antarctica involve a group of people and appropriate permits, depending on what you intend to do while visiting. This is to say the entire production crew and the cast member would need to have their things in order to film the experience, and I'm sure that could be a logistical headache to figure out compared to the usual season of 90-Day Fiancé. Consider the upside, though, dear reader, in how cool it would be to see a storyline in 90-Day Fiancé where we get a look at what it's like to not only live in Antarctica for a short while, but date someone who is living there as well. Like, what is phone reception like down there? How much privacy do they get? What do you do when you go on a date? There are so many questions I have about a situation like this, and only one franchise that could answer these questions, should it be so bold to do so. 90-Day Fiancé seems intent on delivering new experiences, and this could be a great one. As I mentioned at the beginning, 90-Day Fiancé seems intent on shaking things up with couples and delivering new storylines as it continues its run on TLC. After all, there's only so many times we can see elderly Americans link up with younger international people, or the storylines where it seems remarkably clear someone is just in the relationship for a green card. Packing a season full of just those type of storylines can get depressing, and I would know because I've been seeing a lot of it in the past few seasons. 90-Day Fiancé's Jasmine says she doesn't love Matt or Gino after ending open marriage. 90-Day Fiancé star Jasmine Pineda said that she does not love Matt Branisterianu or Gino Palazzolo after she welcomed baby number 3 and they ended their open marriage arrangement. Jasmine, 38, took to her Instagram stories on Thursday, April 24th, to share an update about where she stands with Matt, 37, and Gino, 56, after they ended their open marriage relationship. "I've always been honest. At this point I don't love neither Matt or Gino," she wrote alongside a video from the 90-Day, The Last Resort Season 2 reunion. "I just want to be alone and to be left alone." The Panama native shared the update after she revealed that she and Matt were just friends with benefits earlier this month. "I got pregnant by Matt, but all we have was like, I don't know, some friends with benefits," she said in a video clip, which was reshared by fan Instagram account 90-Day Fiancé. Breaking news on April 18th. "After the open marriage didn't work, Matt and I became friends with benefits and now we are co-parenting our daughter and that's it." Fans watched Jasmine and Gino's marriage end during 90-Day, The Last Resort. As the couple tried to fix their relationship, Jasmine suggested they have an open marriage because she felt their own romance lacked physical intimacy. Gino was initially against the idea, though he ultimately agreed and she began dating Matt after they met at the GYM.in. Touch exclusively reported that Jasmine was pregnant in January and sources revealed that Matt was the father.